So welcome back to Hope Starts Here, where together, while we're all sheltering in place, we are learning how to see Jesus more clearly, and that will cause us to love him more dearly because he's a lovable man. And then that can empower us to follow him more nearly. We have a candle lit here, and it's a reminder that Jesus is our light, and the darkness cannot put him out. Darkness cannot extinguish hope. And then he calls you and me to be the light of the world, to let our light shine. So we want to do that. And we pause for a moment now to still our busy, frantic minds before God. We use our bodies to help us do this. We might just breathe deeply in hope and breathe out fear. And then take a moment to breathe in guidance and breathe out confusion. Today, we look at disturbing Jesus. It always makes me think about this. This is a true story. I was preaching one time, many, many years ago, not at Menlo, and a man came up to me after the service and said, "May I disturb you?" And I said, "Yes." And he went, "Blah, blah, blah, blah." Literally, he did that. I didn't know what to say, and the conversation did not get any more intelligent after that. Jesus disturbs us, but he does not ask our permission first. And he does it in ways that can lead us into deeper and deeper levels of truth and life if we're willing to live with the disturbance. And here in this passage, we're told he disturbs people by saying, "Very truly, I say to you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you." And people are very disturbed by, what does this mean? Now, Jesus had taught for some time about the notion of being nurtured and bred. And this goes way back in the history of Scripture. Jesus quotes from the Old Testament, "Man, human beings shall not live by bread alone." And the idea is that we do not live merely on the level of the physical. We are alive to a transcendent realm, a realm of the unseen, a realm of spirit, a realm of meaning, a realm where good and evil are the foundations of reality. And so we cannot live by bread alone. You cannot live just by having a great job and high status and lots of money or lots of pleasure. Your life must be rooted in meaning and in goodness that come as a gift from God, that flow to us out of sacrificial love, and that has come to us supremely through Jesus, in his flesh and blood existence, in his words to us, in his life giving for us. That is the only way that a soul can be nurtured. And unless we're willing to receive that as a gift of his grace, there is no life in us. That's why he says the Spirit, that is life coming to us from God, counts for everything. The flesh, that is what we can do on our own apart from God in human sinfulness, counts for nothing. And I love that about Jesus. I love how he chooses to make himself vulnerable. We're told in this story, from this time on, people say, "This is a hard teaching. Who can accept that?" And from this time, many didn't follow him. But Jesus does not teach based on polls or surveys. He teaches based on truth, and I love that about him. So today, be nurtured by Jesus, by his flesh and blood life, the stories that we read about him, the teaching we receive from him. Let it nourish your soul, because I promise you, you cannot live by bread alone. And as we receive nourishment from Jesus, we are satisfied at the soul level. I'll see you tomorrow.